Alright guys, welcome back. We have another question from the first chapter of Mechanics and Materials by Hibbeler, and in this one we need to determine the normal force, shear force, and moment of this section through point C. So basically the question is asking for the internal loadings at point C. What we can do, first of all, we're going to do our section right at C, and we're going to end up either with this part of the beam that we have or the left side. But obviously because the right side is easier for us, we're going to consider this one as our final free body diagram. But the problem is that we are missing the reactions at point A. So before jumping on that, we need to figure out the reactions that we have at A. And after that, it should be easy enough to find the internal loadings at C. So we're going to start with the free body diagram of the beam. So like this part together with this pulley and the cable that is attached to that. So we can do a cut in here, and we're going to be dealing with the tension in the cable. We have the force being here, and another external loading that we have is the reactions at A, where we can show it AX and AY because we have a pin. We're going to consider two different forces in X and Y direction. Let's just call our X and Y axes here. And we don't have any moment because this is not a fixed support. It can easily rotate because it's a pin. So we only have two reactions at A, 1T, and because we're going to go with the equilibrium assumption, we have three equations, sum of all forces in X equals 0, same for the Y, and we have one moment equation about any points that we want. So three equations, three unknowns, AX, AY, and T. So we should be able to find the unknowns that we are looking for. So first thing, we're going to start with the moment about point A, because that way we can get rid of AX and AY. So we're going to find the T pretty easy. Let's see what we have. So we have the moment of T about point A. So we can see that the moment of T first of all is clockwise. So negative, because we have the sign convention of counterclockwise positive. So T times the vertical distance to the line of action. So the distance from A to the line of action of the force. So we're looking for this distance, which is 0.5, plus this little distance here. So our distance would be 0.5 plus the radius of the pulley. So 0.5 plus 0.1. And we also have the moment of the P, which we can see it's going to be counterclockwise. So plus P, we know P is 8 kilonewtons, so 8 times, again, vertical distance from A to the line of action of the P, which is basically the length of this beam, which is 3 times 0.75, which is 2.25, equals 0, and that's going to give us the tension in that cable in the kilonewton units. So basically this is 0.6. So we have 8 times 2.25 divided by 0.6. And yeah, that's going to give us 30 kilonewtons for T. And now we can move on to sum of all forces in X equals 0. We have the T, which is 30, and it's to the right, so it's positive. It's along the positive x-axis. And we have AX negative, which means basically our AX is also 30 kilonewtons. And last thing is the forces in Y direction. So we're gonna have AY positive, and we have the P, which is downward. So AY is 8 kilonewtons. All right, so now that we have that, we can do our section at C. And the free body diagram that we're gonna have is basically, this is our point C. We can consider one shear force, VC. We're going to consider one normal force, NC, and one bending moment, or MC. And the only forces that we have that is applying is the forces at the support, or AX and AY. So we showed that AX is 30 kilonewtons and AY was... Alright, same thing applies here. We have equilibrium equations, sum of all forces in X equals 0. Basically we have AC negative, they're both negative NC, or our normal force negative 30 equals 0, which shows basically the NC is actually to the right. That's the correct direction for the normal force. That negative sign shows that our correction that we assumed at the beginning was not correct. So let's go with sum of all forces in Y equals 0. And now we only have AY and VC. So AY is 8 plus VC equals 0. That shows the shear force is also negative. And again, the negative sign shows that the correct direction for VC is downward. So now we have everything. We just have to find the bending moment. You can go either with the point C or point A, really doesn't matter. So let's just do the moment about point C, counterclockwise positive. So first thing, we have the MC, or the bending moment that we are looking for. I'm just going to show it MC, and we assume positive counterclockwise. So we'll see if it's correct or no. And the moment of the X component is going to be 0 because it passes through the point C. And we have the moment of AY, which we can see is counterclockwise, so plus AY is 8, and the distance would be this distance, or the distance from C to A, or point, this is 0.75 meters. So 0.75, we can see MC is going to be negative, which shows that the correct direction is clockwise. And yeah, that's going to give us 6 kilonewton meter, and we're going to have a negative sign, which shows that the moment is clockwise. And yeah, feel free to pick any direction that you want at the beginning. At the end, if you just get a negative sign, that shows that your assumption is not correct, but that negative sign also shows that direction because we have the sign convention. And yeah, everything was clear. Let me know if you guys have any questions. You guys take care. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.